Hello everybody, my name is Walter and this is episode 25 of my Redstone Components Series. In this episode I want to cover the 1.21.2 or Bundles of Bravery update. So let's start with what is actually truly new in this update, and that is the bundle itself. Now to craft it you need a letter and a string, and after the fact you can use dye to color it. Now the bundle works somewhat similar to a shulker box insofar that its inventory you can transport within your inventory. The main difference is that it can only transport one full stack, but it doesn't matter whether this is just one type of items or multiple types of items. It's always a full stack taken together. Subsequently, the stack size of the items you put in there matters. So normal items with a stack size of 64 take up 1 space. Items with a stack size of 16 take up 4 space. And non-stackable items take up all of the space, so all 64 spaces. Bundles, although they are not stackable themselves, count as 4 items plus whatever is already in them. So here, for example, I have another bundle in there with 12 items, so this as a whole would count as 16 items. Now, to use a bundle is pretty simple. So if you have something lying around and you take the bundle in your hand, just left click on it and it's put into the bundle if there is enough space. To get it out of the bundle, in reverse order you put it in, just right click on an empty spot. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now if you want to take out a specific item, use the mouse wheel while hovering above the item or the bundle, and then select what you want to take out. So for example, let's say I want the redstone dust, and then right click and you take out that item. If you want to put in an item you're holding, just left click on the bundle and it's in there again. And that's basically how you can use the bundle itself. Next up we have two small but very useful game mechanic changes. The first has to do with the slime block. Up to this point, when you were falling on a slime block from a great height, you would have to bounce a bit before you have slowed down enough that you wouldn't get fall damage when starting to sneak to stop with the bouncing. Now it's actually fixed insofar that you can directly sneak and you won't get any fall damage from falling on top of the slime block, which can be very useful for slime-based elevators and similar. Another great change is that ender pearls now actually force load when they are thrown a 3x3 chunk area around them. This means two things. For one, if you, for example, throw them through a nether portal, you don't have to make sure that the other side is loaded. It will automatically load all the chunks it needs until it hits any kind of surface and teleports you to it. Furthermore, if you have, for example, a stasis chamber like this here, you can be miles away and this stasis chamber here will still work. So if you have in a 3x3 area around this, then for example some kind of clock running, you can be automatically teleported back to your base after a certain amount of time. So this also can be extremely helpful in the right circumstances. And finally, there were also a decent number of mostly texture related tweaks. Here are what I think are the most noteworthy ones. For one, we have now two more banner patterns, the field masoned and the border indented. A couple mobs have now new variants. There are now baby variants for the dolphin, the glow squid and the squid, as well as a small, medium and large variant for the salmon. And then finally, the texture of the redstone torch has been modified, and subsequently also the R.K.F components like the repeater and the comparator. Of course, those are not all of the changes. If you want to have a complete overview, I would recommend having a look in the Wikipedia article. Link for that can be found in the description. And with that, we've already reached the end of this little episode about the Bundles of Bravery update. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a nice day, and well, see you.